Okay, that was a whole lot of epic silliness, and I won't make you suffer through preamble after the preamble, so let's get started making some basic ice cream base, to which we will add the cereal flavors. For each batch I'm making, I'm using 1.5 cups of heavy cream to 1 cup of whole milk. After measuring out the cream and milk, I added in a completely arbitrary amount of each cereal. I was going for what a bowl of cereal looks like in terms of ratio. I waited about 10 minutes before coming back to check on the flavor, at which point I decided to add even more cereal and put on another timer for a very scientific or very arbitrary 15 additional minutes. We're just making stuff up here. I mean, you know. While the milk was steeping, I separated 5 egg yolks for each batch of ice cream and put each group in a large, heavy bowl. The heaviness of the bowl is an important detail here, because in a few minutes, when we go to pour the hot milk out of the saucepans into the bowls in a steady stream to temper the eggs while whisking continuously, a heavy bowl won't start spinning around and cause you to act like a ninja fool. Once the yolks are separated, I'm adding 80 grams of sugar per batch to the eggs and whisking to dissolve the sugar until the mixture looks homogeneous. After straining out the cereal, I put the 3 batches onto the stove to heat up. I don't let the milk boil at this stage like some recipes do, because my days as a barista taught me that overheating milk causes the sugars inside the milk to break down. I go by visual cues a lot with cooking, so here I'm going for steam rising off the milk, and that's when I turn the heat off and bring the milk over to temper the eggs. When the milk was sufficiently hot, I added a little tiny bit to each bowl of eggs and whisked vigorously and immediately to temper the eggs. Tempering in this context is a fancy way of saying that you're trying to mix 2 liquids with 2 temperatures together without altering the texture of either of the liquids. In this case, that means not scrambling the eggs. After I temper the eggs with a bit of the hot liquid, I add more and more liquid in small amounts until I'm satisfied that the eggs are incorporated into the liquid before dumping all the rest in quickly while continuously whisking. Then I add the whole situation back to the pot and return to the stove at medium heat. Like with so many things in cooking, we're looking for visual cues at this point. The standard cue here is the custard is done when it's thick enough to coat the back of a spoon. It should take a few minutes. Make sure you thoroughly whisk across the bottom of the whole surface of the pot. Once it's thick enough, it comes right off the stove and back into that big heavy bowl. At this point, we diverge into whatever method of ice cream processing you may employ. Depending on your type of mechanism, you might have to chill this hot custard in the fridge overnight before you add it to your thing. I have this fancy winter ice cream maker that I got for my birthday a while back, and it's a total beast. It's got a compressor inside, and it can manhandle a hot custard no problem. When I tried all 3 types of the ice cream, honestly, they were all super good.
Yeah, okay.
Although one did stand out as the clear winner, Golden Grams.
It's like caramel. It tastes so good. I think this one is the clear winner. Let's do the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah, that's super good too.
At some point during the editing of this video, I decided to also make Corn Flakes flavored ice cream because that's the original cereal milk flavor, and I wanted to see how it would stand up against the other flavors I had tried, especially the Golden Grams. The results were...
I mean, it's certainly like Corn Flakes has like a nostalgia.
Corn Flakes. When she invented this, Christina Tosi hit the nail right on the head with the pure nostalgia factor. The other flavors are good as flavors. For example, the Reese's Pieces taste like peanut butter flavored ice cream, and the Golden Grams is like a kick in the face. But Corn Flakes stands out as the most cereal milk-like of all the flavors. Overall, I'm really pleased that I tried this experiment. If you got an ice cream maker or a good non-machine method, I encourage you, just go to the grocery store and pick up a box of whatever looks good and try this. I assure you, you have nothing to lose.
Oh God.